Good morning. Welcome back. It is Saturday. Hope your day is going well. As of right now, we're going to look at going to US 24 Speedway up in Logansport, Indiana to watch some racing this weekend. The Speedrome has what they call like a crazy night or a wild night, and it just gets, I don't want to say crowded, but they only have a couple races, and then the rest of it's like the demo derby and some other stuff. So not really interested in that, but we do enjoy going to some other tracks. So this week or today, we'll be going to US 24. Well, last week we talked about the Indy Memorabilia Show there in Plainfield. So we had part one, which was the cards. Today is going to be pretty much everything else. So I'm going to start out with one diecast that I picked up out there. And this was from the early days of the World of Outlaw Series Racing Champions. Looks like 1994. J.J. Yaley. It has a markdown tag from Toy Works, whatever that was. But J.J. Yaley before he got into NASCAR and IndyCar. So I thought that was a pretty cool little pickup. I don't really ever remember seeing that when I was out looking at diecast. Well, there was a booth there that had was it that one that I picked the diecast up from or something else? But this gentleman there gave me a couple of these newsletters. It's called the Short Shoot, and it's the Indy 500 Collectors Club. So let me see if I can find the website on it. There it is. So if you're interested, and I haven't been to the website yet, but right there, ni500cc.com, and it just talks about all the different collectibles and different things from the Indy 500. Ken, I know that's probably something that you might want to check out if you haven't already. But those folks were very knowledgeable. I guess they meet up fairly regularly. I can't even remember what I got from his booth. I don't see it, so I may just talk to them and they told me to take that. Or, no, it was a hero card back here. Okay, well, up next, from 1986, these are the huge Sports Star Photographics placemats. And I got a really good deal on these, so I couldn't resist picking them up. So there's a Bill Elliott. And that one does have a large crease in the center, but nonetheless. Then we have a Bobby Allison when he drove for Rainier. And that's his Coke 600 World 600 win back in '81. And the back of them have stats and facts and whatnot, but we're not going to turn those over just because these things are huge. We also have Mario Andretti when he's driving for Pat Patrick, and there you can see him with the Borg Warner Trophy. That was a very interesting race in 1981. I believe Bobby Unser was originally flagged the winner, and then he was penalized. Mario was given the win, and he actually had the win for a while, and it went to court, and the courts overturned it and gave it back to Bobby Unser. So that's why Mario's picture with the Borg Warner. And then we have Mario with the Lotus that he raced in the 70s there. I believe he won the World Driving Championship in 1978. So got some more cool placemats to add to the ones that I already have somewhere in here. Now, we talked about hero cards just a second ago. So we do have some hero cards that I picked up. Yeah, this was one of them that I picked up at that 500 collector's booth. Got a nice Rusty Wallace, Rusty's Last Call. Thought this one was nice. I may have this one, I don't know. Scott Dixon, an old Target one. And I always like the IndyCar Target ones because they had a different feel, different look. Fernando Alonso, 2017. That may have been the year he won Rookie of the Year. I have to look that one up. Getting things situated here. And then I got the rookie here, from his rookie season at Indy, Kyle Larson. And then the Kyle Larson 1100 from this year. And this was a special release hero card. They only released that one when the Hendrick Motorsports officials were up here, I guess. I'm not sure what day that was, but I was able to pick one up. Did get a few NASCAR programs. This has got actually a cool cover. So this is from 1975, Southern 500. Looks like you got Cale, Richard, Bobby, and David Pearson on the cover. From 1981, I'm thinking this is 81. I'm going to have to look. No, 1982. So 1982 Winston 500. That's the infamous L.W. Wright race. That's an interesting story. You need to look that one up. Then we have 1991 Daytona 500. The first Daytona 500 with a presenting sponsor or title sponsor there. Up next, 1983 Talladega 500. And then the final program we picked up, 1977 Daytona 500. I've thumbed through this one. The other ones I haven't had a chance to really go through and check out, but I'm looking forward to looking through some of those. So, some interesting stuff in those. And then they did have some drivers signing autographs that day. So, they had Steve Kinser. So, this is the hero card they were handing out. Salute to the King. They also had Mel Kenyon, King of the Midgets. And Pippa Mann. Is hers? Yeah, hers is just those are just blank backs. Kinser's might have something on the back. Yeah, Kinser's does. But the other ones were just blank backs, so very cool there. And then I did get a couple cards signed while I was there from the 2022 Speedway Stars. I got a Mel Kenyon card signed, as well as a couple of Steve Kinsers. So, and both of these guys were super nice. I didn't have any cards for Pippa, so I just got the hero card. Plus, I've got her in my 100th running 500 program. But both those Kinser and Mel Kenyon were super nice. They chatted with fans. You know, they took pictures, shook hands. Very nice, very legendary drivers. But at any rate, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That is the end of our pickups from the meet last week. I almost call it a swap meet, but it wasn't a swap meet. But the Memorabilia Show. Like I say, if you guys are ever in town on Indy 500 weekend, or the week leading into the Indy 500, I highly recommend it. They always have great drivers out there and personalities. They had Paul Page out there on the Thursday, I guess it was before, but I could not find any of my Paul Page cards anywhere, so I know I've got him somewhere, but maybe he'll be out there again next year. So I've got almost 12 more months to locate those. So thanks again for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. We will have some racing videos dropping later this afternoon, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thanks for watching.